looking at your own.
How do you get it? Hold up, has the tension.
We're going to talk about everything in a minute. 3 reactions.
I hope, because I sure don't.
Brown.
What? Miss Kenny, no, you don't. I don't understand. I'm going to tell you all this means.
Yes, it is. Ladies, what did I say? There will be time to talk. Right now, you are learning a skill, silent reflection. India.
I put in my book bag. Get it back out. I'm hungry.
So let's see. According to what's happening right now, I'm giving 5 demerits to people that, we got 2 more happening right now. So we just assigned 7 demerits, right? Because 7 different people were not following instructions. We have really, really clear expectations right now. We are silently reflecting. There is no mixed definition for silence. Okay, you're going to look it up in the dictionary. It's going to say one thing: no talking, just silent. There should be no noise. I know you all understand the meaning of that word. It is important to learn to reflect on your own performance. You can be upset. You need to just have that in your head, and we can ask questions in a minute. But first, you need to take time to reflect, and we're not comparing. What is on your sheet? Brianna, pick it up. You need to have better reaction. You need to pick that up. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do it. Okay, couple things that I want to explain on here that I found out today. If you're wondering, Miss Van Pelt, why did you give me this? You never told me you gave me this. If you get something from another teacher, so essentially you need to understand that when we enter demerits into our system, if we don't click in the correct order, then it automatically goes to advisory. So for example, say you're in, I'm just using Miss Ramacati because she's across the hall. If you're in Miss Ramacati's class and you have an inappropriate response and she says you're getting a demerit for it, and she searches your name in our system and enters a demerit, but doesn't go, are you following me? She doesn't click first algebra and then enters the demerit. Okay, so when you look at the screen, we can click on all of our classes, right? Okay, so if she didn't click algebra and then so you're in algebra, right? Your name is on her list. So if she clicks algebra, she can find your name that way and enter for that inappropriate response, okay? Then it's going to show up on her class that you got it in algebra. But if she goes in and maybe she's in a hurry and she just types your last name, finds your name, but doesn't go through the algebra tab, follow me? It automatically goes to advisory because this is kind of your home, this is your home base. So, if you have something that I did not explicitly tell you, then it's from someone else. I have been entering, so I think I've only given, in this class I've given 1, which I talked to someone about. Otherwise, we have had a lot of tardies, and we've had 8 to class, so that is accurate. If you have specific questions about it, I can look it up and we can conference on that one-on-one.
Wait, about you?
Yes, but I'm telling you, it's most likely because I can only recall one situation that I gave a demerit in this class to anyone outside of being tardy. And that person knows who it is because we talked about it. Okay, but we can conference on individually and I can tell you what they are. Now, we need to take some ownership over things. So we're not bad-mouthing teachers. I will not accept it. They're my coworkers. We work hard, so we are not going to be like, this teacher's so unfair, they did this and that. You need to take some ownership. If something happened in their class, what are you going to do to fix it? It's It's going to do no good for you to blame them for the things that happened in their class that got you in trouble. It really doesn't do you any good. Teachers make mistakes, it's possible, own up to it, move on. That is not what we're about in here, is whining and complaining and bad-mouthing people. So what I want to show you first is just based on our advisory. Okay, no names attached to this. We're not shouting out names. You don't have to, I don't want people being like, I have that F or I have that A. Okay, we're not doing that either. So right now, you can look at this. Majority of our grades are A's, which is great, okay? 28 A's. Also really great, 24 B's. So we've got really great grades here. Now we're getting into those C's, 14, okay? Still a passing grade. You're still mostly mastering the content, but I want to be aware of this area right here. Why? Why might I want to just be cautious and reflect on this right here, these 14 C's? Yeah, because it can easily slip down, right? And we're only in the second week of school. So we're in the second week of school and we've got 14 C's, which can very easily slip down to a D or an F. Okay, so if you have a C, we really want to like nip that in the bud right now and reflect, okay? What are we doing? And if it's, I mean, sometimes it's really hard. If you're doing everything you can and you feel like it's just a subject that you struggle with, I'm not saying that you can't get C's. I just want us to be careful not to fall into that slippery slope of going down to a D. Okay? Because the slope gets even slipperier down to this F. This concerns me a little bit because, again, we're in the second week of school. I know that we haven't had a ton of big assignments at this point. We've done a lot of syllabus stuff, getting signatures, and we already have 5 Fs. Okay? I'm going to be concerned about Fs at any point, but I'm definitely concerned about them right now because I know that we haven't even, how many of you have had a unit test yet? Yeah, we haven't had any unit tests yet. So big grades are going to start coming up here, and right now we already have these 5 Fs.
My GPA 3.7.
Can you raise your hand if you have something to share since we're India? No. Okay. All right, the other thing I want to think about is our GPAs. Jindy brought up. So we have 6 people that are in the 3.0 to 3.9. That's awesome. That is awesome. Remember how I talked about, I don't have a marker, I'm so lost in this classroom. Remember how I talked about that chart or that matrix that so you've got your GPA and you've got your ACT score, and these are the 2 big numbers that colleges are looking at, okay? So the higher your GPA, the better it's going to serve you. And you're starting now, okay? This is super hard to fix once you mess it up. Super hard to fix once you mess it up. They don't go back to, so you don't get to start fresh next trimester, right? You don't get to start fresh next year. You don't get to start fresh your senior year. This goes with you every single year. Your GPA needs to stay up here because once it falls down here, it's nearly impossible to get it back up here. Nearly impossible. Okay? So, luckily we don't have anyone in this really far category. Okay, we do have one person here, mostly though in these higher categories, so that's good. Okay? All right, question. Nope, not water right now. Get water while you gotta get water in your break. Yeah, Renaya?
They did my GPA wrong. I actually averaged a 3.21.
Okay, we can look at that individually.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Okay. And then behavior. So these are the areas that we are getting marked up. India, what's the number one thing that we have demerits in?
Incomplete homework.
Incomplete homework. Girls!
I got one on mine.
Ladies.
It's a lot of food and gum.
It's a lot of food and gum. What's the one positive thing that we have going? Lanaya?
Grit.
Yeah, grit. What's grit?
I
Something
had all
about
my
That's
homework
what-
all week.
Isn't it like when you persevere?
At least we don't got no uniform.
So I'm listening to Lanaya because I asked her to speak.
Grit is like perseverance somewhat.
Perseverance. Brianna, you want to ask that?
To Bert?
What? Yeah.
Grr.
No? China. Did you have something to add to Grit? Okay. So great, so that's great. We've got lots of merits here, so I'm pretty excited about that. Merits are our second highest category. We have lots of incomplete homework though. I think we can fix that, and we're gonna reflect on it. Food and gum, yeah, food and gum and inappropriate classroom behaviors. This week, okay, so we talked about that this week with Ms. Cunningham, and also yesterday we talked about that. Inappropriate classroom behaviors we can get rid of. Okay, like we do not need to have inappropriate classroom behaviors or inappropriate responses, because if our shoes are tied, then we're ready. Well, we can switch it. We'll come back to that tomorrow. But we shouldn't be having those. I mean, really all of these. We could really eliminate all of these, but I just expect as ladies that we're presenting ourselves in a way that's respectful and we're prepared for class. Okay. For not
That's
participating.
not fair. That's not fair. What if you got a sore throat? What do you have a
You're
sore
not.
throat?
Oh, sweetie, you are not getting the demerit because you didn't participate from a sore throat. Let's be honest. Okay. All right. So I want you to think about this for a minute. We're gonna reflect on this. So I want you to just on the back of your college readiness report.
Just put it up.
You should put it away. On the back of your college readiness report, I want you to answer these 5 questions. Take 2 minutes to do that. And then we'll talk, and then we'll have a discussion, and then you can talk. Awesome. Where's college readiness report? Can you get it back out, please? I know you're mad about it. How many days did you spend in that
A day.
A day.
Spend her.
I should be seeing writing. Oh, you can just have that out. Yeah. I'm not going to drink it. As long as it's water. Angel, Patricia, China, India, and Lanaya. You're all going to get ownership merits right now because I really appreciate that you are owning and reflecting on what is happening. Some of you have your heads down right now. Put your college readiness reports away. I can promise you this is not what is going to get you ahead in life.